electromagnetic. Today, we live in a world. Who here you have a smartphone in your pocket, by a show of hands? Who here you have more than one phone and you travel with more than one phone, by a show of hands? Good or bad? I never say, I ask you guys a question. Good or bad? It's good because maybe you got a lot of business to do, you need 2 phones. But bad because you're actually exposing to a lot of radiation. So, if I can get the team's help to bring up the table. Where is Nicholas and Egbert? Thank you so much. Don't worry, don't have to run. Later fall down. I lose Nicholas. Go on. Okay, so the team will help me to bring up the table, and I'm going to show you guys the emGuarde. All right, take your time. You can come up by the side. Okay. This is not emGuarde. This is a table. Play. Somewhere in the middle is okay also, or maybe in the side. Can extension cord reach you? Okay, fantastic. It's okay? I think it's okay. Thank you. All right, thank you. So while the team is setting up, I'm going to go through our slides, and for some of you, this is totally brand new. Let me ask everybody a question. Okay, let me ask everybody a question. Who here, when you grow up, maybe in the 90s, 80s, or 70s, who here you grow up, you had no electronic, all you had was maybe the bottle cap, you were playing chess, playing marble, you had no electronics 20 years ago. Who here you grew up like that? I was born in the 90s, I was born in 1994. That is how I grew up as well. I didn't have my computer until I was 15 years old, I remember. Yeah? When we grew up, we didn't have all of these things. Yeah? So we played outdoor activities, we had no electronics. But today, who here you have young children at home? And who here, your young children, they love to use the iPad and like to watch TV, by show of hands? Do you think that is good for them? What does it affect, all these electronic? What does it affect? Their brain and their eyes. Proven, eh? My sister gave birth to my so cute baby niece 8 months ago. She's 8 months old, she's a little girl, crawling around the house. But every time we turn on the TV, well, the eyes so big looking at the TV. And when the parents are looking at iPad, they also want to look. But my sister never wants her to look, because why? It is proven that if they look at all these things and the animations and all the radiation, it actually affects their brain development. Do you guys know about this? It's crazy, yeah? So nowadays kids, that's why you see a lot of kids grow up today, they have all kinds of funny illnesses. ADHD, all these kind of funny diseases that did not exist when you and I grew up. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Did not exist, but today it's becoming a problem. So when we talk about the the existing pollutions today, what kind of pollution do we have? First one, what did you say? Water pollution. But that one, Enagic already solved it, right? Because we have the Kangen water. Yeah, we have Kangen water. Everybody here is drinking Kangen water. So Enagic has already solved that problem. The second problem we have is air pollution. We have noise pollution. But there is something that is existing that nobody can see, can taste, can touch, but it's affecting us every single day. What is that pollution? Electromagnetic radiation from our devices. Okay? Let me ask you a question. Who here you have a plasma TV, LCD TV in your living room? 65 inch? How many inch? How many inch? Nowadays no more 40 inch, too small. Nowadays minimum is 65 and above, am I right? I've seen one guy with 90 inch. So the question is, hey, you blind now? Why you must have such a huge TV? Okay? Huge TVs. And what if you walk into your living room today and all you saw was this white color radiation coming out from all your devices? Would you walk into your living room? No. But this is the case. But because the radiation is invisible. But if you can see it, you'll not even walk inside. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? But you can't see it, but it exists. So what are all these radiation sources? Telephone, Wi-Fi. Who here you turn your aircon on the whole night? Wow. And then in the morning, when you leave your room, you go to your living room, you also turn it on the whole day. So air conditioning, electronic devices, TV. And there are a lot of places, some taman in Klang Valley that is very near to power lines. Am I right? Can you name a few places that has very near to all these power lines? Can you guys name a few places? OUG, Taman Connaught, Taman Sarah Heights, Mont Kiara. Where else? Many places. Yeah, they have all these power lines. So these are all the radiation. Microwave. Who use microwave every day? Right? I still use them. Yeah, that's what I was shocked. Okay? So let's talk about something. Radiation, there are all forms. There is something called non-ionizing and ionizing. Now we are not the Kangen water ionization. Don't get confused. This is a different ionization. Ionizing radiation is extremely dangerous, like gamma ray, X-ray. If you're exposed to it, short term even, you can even get cancer and mutation. But we are not exposed to all these things on a regular basis. What are we exposed to? Something called non-ionizing, below 1000 megahertz, between 30 to 1000 megahertz, like all our electronic devices. Okay? So non-ionizing. Okay? Now, non-ionizing in the short term is not dangerous. Because if it's dangerous, if we use our phone, we'll all be dead already, right? So in the short term, it is not dangerous. But long term, there are actually a lot of adverse effects. Now, this is a bulletin by FCC. Anybody know what is FCC? FCC is in America. It's called the Federal Communication Commission. Now, what they say is, let me zoom it in. The body absorbs radiation frequencies at some frequencies more than the others. Can you guys see what is the number? What is the range? What is the range they say? 30 to 300 megahertz. The non-ionizing radiation. Our body absorbs more of that. Yeah, so actually your phone, everything, we're absorbing all of it. So, why is that dangerous? Are you guys aware that our body has different frequency? Our brain, our heart, our liver, our pancreas, all has different frequency. And the frequency is high or low? Low, yeah, between 50 to 90. Between 50 to 90. So what happens when the radiation among our electronic devices are also at that same level? What happens? You know, when you turn on the radio, who listens to radio every morning, go to work? You have to tune to 92.9, right? Or 101.8 or 95.8. This is what we call frequency. Now, if the frequencies from your devices matches your liver, your heart, and your brain, what happens is something called the resonance. Now, this is just a teacher maybe or a scientist is doing an experiment. There's a spoon fork here. This has 440 hertz. This is 512 hertz. So this frequency is higher than this. So when he turns it on, can somebody help me turn on the video? Can somebody just press play for me? Thank you. All right. So this video, what it's going to share is the resonance theory. Some of you who have studied physics like me last time in school, you have seen this. Okay. So when he hits the 500 hertz, nothing happens to the 440. But when he brings a fork of the same frequency, what happens to the other fork? Vibrates, right? Can you guys see that? So that's what we call resonance. Thank you so much. So when you have similar frequencies around you, it vibrates our bodies, the organs and our cells. And vibration of cells and organs is not what we want. Okay? So what happens when we are exposed to this on a long-term basis? So let's understand what are the symptoms of exposing ourselves from the yellow to red zone. What is yellow and red zone? Who here you have seen this device? Who here have seen any of us using this in the office? Anybody? What is this? What is this called? This is called a radiation detector. So when I turn this detector on, it's going to use, there's a copper ring, it's going to detect all the radiation that is around ourselves. And later I'm going to invite one volunteer to come up on the stage for me. Okay? So this detector will show you a couple of readings. 0 to 200 reading, it is acceptable. 200 to 1000, slightly dangerous. Anything above 1000 to 1005 is considered what? Dangerous. And above 1005, what does it say? Extremely dangerous. This is not from the air. This is also from the FCC. Yeah? And what can all these lead to in our body? Concentration, learning problem. Who here you have heard of kids? They can't absorb the curriculum. They cannot concentrate in the school. They cannot learn the syllabus. Anybody have heard of these kids before? Nowadays? Yeah, a lot. And you have to send them to special schools. Ear, eyes problem, immune system, all these problems, body pain, sleeping problem. Who here you sleep and the last thing you do before you sleep is your handphone? The last thing you do before you close your eyes is looking at Facebook, Instagram. Be honest, put up your hand. And also when you wake up, the first thing you do is not to kiss your husband or wife, it is to check your Facebook. Who is that? Who are these people? By show of hands. Huh? Simon Low, yeah, me. Alright, so who here you charge your phone in your room? Yeah, so we're exposed to a lot of this. Yeah? So it can actually lead to a lot of sleeping problems and in worst case, even cancer. So what I'm doing now, I want to require, I'm going to get a volunteer. Now this volunteer, I'm going to invite you on stage. And I want you to bring me your smartphone. Who would like to volunteer by show of hands? Okay, maybe somebody in the front. No mother, I know you too well already. Come. From Singapore, right? Come. Let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so you got a smartphone? Okay. What phone is that? Huawei phone. Okay, so this will work with any phone, by the way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn on this. Is the camera on? Is the camera possible to switch into this? Yeah. Live feed, so people behind can see as well. Thank you. Okay, so I don't think you can zoom in so near. Can you zoom in? Can you guys see the number? All right. So good, the camera. We have to give me a round of applause to the camera. Okay. All right. So if you can see, what is the reading on the meter now? 0 means I got no radiation. Simon Low is radiation free. But for example, who here when you get a phone call? This is how you pick up the phone. Raise your hand. You talk like this on the phone. All of us, right? So I'm going to get Susan to do a demonstration. Can the camera be on here? So just turn on the home screen. I'm going to use this detector. Susan, try to flip your phone this way so that they can see the reading. I'm going to go near. I hope the camera can catch. When I go near to her phone, what happens? What's the reading? When it shows 1, it means the radiation is above 2000 microwatts. Just now, above how much is already extremely dangerous? 1005. This meter can only measure up to 1999. Anything above that, it only shows 1. It could be 2000, it could be 3000, we don't know. Yeah, because there's a limitation to this. So when I go near to Susan's phone, when it's on, just turn it on. Anything, yeah, just turn it, the home screen on. What happens? Crazy, right? So can you imagine when you talk on the phone? Who here, when you talk on the phone long time, you get sweating in your ears? Anybody? Yeah. Then you have to switch, right? You have to switch. Yeah? So this is just one of the sources. Who here has a smartwatch? Anybody? Apple Watch? Who here has Apple Watch? Can you come into the front? Anybody? Sir, may I invite you? Apple Watch, you don't have to come up lah. Just stand here, maybe I will come down. Can we give him a round of applause and encourage him a little bit? Not good. Okay, let's also test. If the camera can see this, it's also emitting, not as high as the phone, but above 200 to 300, Apple Watch. And I know a lot of people that sleep with the Apple Watch, am I right? Let's also test his phone. So I'm not here to say that Huawei is radiation and others is not. What phone is this? iPhone. I'm using an iPhone. Let's also go to his phone. Camera, can you see it? What's the reading? Above 2000. So it's not just Huawei, it's every phone. Okay, thank you so much. Can we give the volunteers a big round of applause? Okay, but you stay here for a while. So what does the emGuarde do? Can we get back to the slides, please? Radiation. Okay, so let me go to one slide. Okay, sorry, I'm just going to keep you here for a while. Okay, now who here you're using an iPhone? Anybody? By show of hands. Can we all do an exercise together? Go to your general. Go to your settings. I also forgot the step already. I need my phone. Settings, right? Then you go to legal and regulatory. Can you see that? You can see that? Click on it. RF exposure. Can you see that? Click on it. What you will see is this. Apple has already told you, please use hands-free speaker or speakerphone when you're on the phone because they recognize that the phone has extremely high levels of radiation. And if anything happens to you because you like to talk with your friend for 5 hours a day and you get something in your brain, you cannot go back to them and say, your product has given me sickness, because it's already in their legal and regulatory. Is that crazy, ladies and gentlemen? It's insane. Okay? So I'm going to share with you guys. Now, I think all of us, we know this book, right? What book is this? Healing Cancer, Not People. If you go to your book, you go to page 94, 95, even the AACI talks about EMF, and it's linked to Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, cancer, and etc., etc. Yeah, it can be led to by electromagnetic. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys one thing. What I'm going to do now is, if I can get the camera feed, back to the camera feed. Now, I'm going to turn on the emGuarde. Okay, I'm going to turn the emGuarde. So how it turn on, by the way, this is how the emGuarde looks like. It's not a very big unit, it's a small unit. And when I turn it on, power on. Can people in the front, can you see a white color light here? Yeah, that means it's on already. So I'm going to invite Susan once again. Turn on your phone. So now the emGuarde is on. Turn on the detector. Okay. When I go near to the phone, what is it? 0. 0. Nicholas, can you help me off the emGuarde? After a while, turn on the screen. Now the emGuarde is off. Turn it on. Turn it on. Turn the emGuarde on. Is that amazing, ladies and gentlemen? Alright. So let's give Susan a big round of applause. So now it's on. Alright, now it's on. I think it's protecting maybe until Yoklande only. Because why? It has a coverage of 4 by 4 meters. Okay, 4 by 4 meters. So now it's on, and can I get the slides back? So why we need to defend ourselves? Why do we need to defend ourselves? Okay, so now the emGuarde is on. Next time in our seminars, we will request for the company to put 3 to 4 emGuardes in the seminar room so everybody is protected. Who wants that? Who wants that? But if you don't get it for your home, you go outside also kena also. Okay. Then every time EKW you come back. Okay? So what is emGuarde? It's based out of the research of Dr. Magda. In short, Dr. Magda, she's a professional in EMF radiation and how it affects our biology. Okay, she's a professor in Canada. And what she has found out, a healthy human blood cell flows very freely. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? And do you know when you drink Kangen water, it also helps the blood flow. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Now, when you expose yourself to 70 minutes of computer usage, something called rouleau formation starts to come. Means the blood flow starts to slow down. 70 minutes of computer. And how many minutes of using wireless telephone? How many minutes? 10 minutes. Who here use your phone more than 10 minutes a day? Those of you who your hands are not up, I don't believe you. Okay? I don't believe you. Now already more than 10 minutes is recording, Raymond. Okay? Now, coming back on a serious note, the rouleau formation like this is the same formation of the blood Dr. Magda sees in her cancer patients. It's the same formation, which means our technology is doing us a lot of harm. But in Malay, we call it, it's not immediate, but sikit-sikit jadi bukit. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? So it's slowly but surely it is causing us a lot of harm. Now, Enagic, I'm so happy, and I'm so happy with celebrating all the leaders for the past 1 week, launching emGuarde for Enagic, speaking to people about emGuarde, because this technology has already have scientific proof on how it works. Now, this slide caught my eye, and when I saw this, I already bought 2 emGuarde for my own house. I already bought it for my own house. Now, this gentleman here, his name is Dr. Liu Renjie. He's from Taiwan. He's an ophthalmologist. What is an ophthalmologist? Eye specialist. He's a doctor in the eye. He's a specialist in the eye. Now, what he has done is, he has done a test with 10 people. And the first one, all right, it's called peak systolic velocity. He tests the microcirculation, the blood flow of the eyeball of these 10 people. Because if your blood flow of the eyeball is good, your eyes are good. If it's low, what can you get? Astigmatism, dry eyes, bad eyesight. Yeah? So what he has found out is, the first stage is he put 10 people in a room and he tests the blood flow. It is at 20.1 PSV. Okay, that is the blood flow. The second thing is he asked all of them to watch a YouTube video or a movie on their phone for 30 minutes. Do we use our phone for more than 30 minutes a day? 100%, yeah? So after 30 minutes, what happened to the blood flow of their eyes? It dropped to how much? 16. And the third stage is when they turn on a technology like emGuarde that harmonizes radiation. What happens to the blood flow? 25 point how much? Can you see the 25 is even higher than before? Why? A lot of people say, hey, how come? Because in that room, there are also LED lights, there are also air conditioning, there are also other electronic cables that causes radiation. Yeah? So what this has shown me was, I have bad eyes. At night, I cannot see the signboard. Kerenjiling, you say go left, I go right one. Okay, so I need to wear specs when I drive. So eyes is a very important subject for me. And when I saw this, I bought the machine. I've been using it for the last 1 week plus, and I can tell you, I'm sleeping like a baby every night. I still use my phone before I sleep, but I sleep a lot better. Who here, I know it's a bit new, but who here after installing the emGuarde, you have felt something different when you turn on the emGuarde? Can I just see by a show of hands? Fantastic. And some of you have only owned it for a couple of days, or maybe a week. Okay, so fantastic. All right. So the solution is emGuarde, and I'm so happy to announce it because Enagic Malaysia is the first branch in the whole world to launch the emGuarde. Are you guys excited, ladies and gentlemen? I'm so excited. Were you the first to get to know about Kangen machine? No, right? Because why? It was Japan, US, everywhere until us. But now with this, we are the first. Malaysia? Boleh! Malaysia? Boleh! Alright, so happy for that. So solution is the emGuarde. So these are a little bit of the specification. It is a patented technology. Now, do you think Enagic will bring in a product that is low quality or high quality? Enagic is always bringing in high product. In fact, I've gone to some of my old customers for Kangen. They said, hey, this one is an Enagic product, right? Just buy it for me. Because the trust in Enagic is so high. Yeah, they don't bring in lousy product. They only bring in the best of the best. All right. So the coverage range is 4 meters radius or 8 meters diameter. Left and right, top and down. Who lives in a double-story house? Anybody? You got 2 levels. So you can also put this emGuarde on your bottom floor on top of a cabinet. Why? Because on top could be your master bedroom. Because it covers 4x4 like this, like a sphere. Okay? So you have to see where is the best place to put it. And this is how it works. Just now when our volunteer was on stage, this was how the radiation was able to get to her, by the waves. So when the emGuarde was turned on, when Nicholas helped me turn on the emGuarde sends out a cancellation frequency, or they call it a harmonics frequency, to break the pathway of the EM wave. Now just imagine an EM wave or the radiation wave is just like your highway, federal highway. A lot of cars, right? So the cars represent the power of the radiation. But if you were to make a hole in the highway, you cut the highway in half, can the cars go over? No. Even though there's still a lot of cars. But the cars cannot go over. It has lost its pathway. That is what the emGuarde does. It cancels and it breaks the pathway of the EM wave. Alright? So I'm so happy, and now in Enagic we have a new product, a new tagline. And can we read the tagline together?
Change your environment.
Change your life. Everybody, once again, what does it say? Change your environment. So I'm so happy now we are able to drink the best water, Kangen water, and now we have emGuarde to also protect us from all these harmful radiation. So basically we're able to give people solutions of a home that is protected, not just the water that they drink, the vegetables that they eat, the water they use to wash their face, and now even their own environment. And secondly, this emGuarde is not just home use, because a general working person, where do they spend a lot of time every day? Office. Who here in your office or in your home you have LED light, energy saving? LED light, energy saving. My house, all LED. When I turn on the detector, I had no phone with me, I had no laptop. When I turned on the detector, it went beep, 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 beep. I said, what? Beep what? Is it me or what? Am I a radiation? But I found out it was the LED lights. Very bad. And then I went into my car. I have a 2021 Toyota Alphard. Everybody know what's an Alphard, right? Not just Alphard, all the new generation cars. What is in front? Can you see? Huge LCD panel, am I right? Air conditioning, touchscreen. I took the detector into my Alphard, I turned it on. What happened? What reading do you think I saw? 1 above 2000 microwatts. I thought, maybe it's an LCD screen. I took the detector all the way behind my car. It is still showing 1. Meaning my whole car is emitting radiation. And today, nowadays, what are the new kind of cars coming out? Electric vehicle, am I right? Anybody driving an EV here? Can I just see by show of hands? Anybody driving electric vehicle? Nobody? Nobody? Hybrid? Some of you? Do you think the radiation in an electric car is lower or higher? You are sitting on a battery pack. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, so a lot of things nowadays that people are not aware it is affecting them. They're getting sick. They're not sure why. And a lot of it is because of the invisible killer we call radiation. Alright, so I'm so happy for Enagic to have this. Alright, so the keyword here is, everybody once again, what does it say? Change your life. Alright, so introducing emGuarde. And the retail price from Enagic is 6,620 ringgit. At the moment, only Malaysians can buy it. In Malaysia, you feel proud? Proud. Singaporean cannot buy first. Tunggu dulu. Yeah, see, Malaysia and Singapore always fight a kiasu, right? No, nothing to kiasu. It's just that so happened Enagic has launched in Malaysia first. It will be going to country step by step. And payment method for Malaysian is single payment, credit card installment up to 24 months, e-payment 6 and 12 months. Are you guys seeing something? That this emGuarde is at only 6,000 ringgit. Can you see that a lot of people can actually afford this? Absolutely. Yeah? So Enagic Malaysia has actually given me a task today to share with you guys a special promotion. Who here likes promotion? Malaysians, we love promotion. Man. Any promotion, the Malaysians are there. So the emGuarde is 6,620 ringgit. Wait, okay, thanks. So emGuarde is 6,620 ringgit. If you look into 24 months installment, it is only 275 ringgit a month. Because interest free, right? 275 ringgit a month, how much is that a day? Less than 10 ringgit, right? Who here just now during this workshop, you bought a coffee from Starbucks? Anybody? No one. Because I got free coffee here, right? But no taste on the coffee here. Okay, I went and buy Starbucks. How much is a Starbucks Americano now? How much? 10 ringgit? More. 12 ringgit. This emGuarde, to protect your entire family, right? Your whole family from radiation is less than 1 Starbucks a day. Is it worth it, ladies and gentlemen? That's the value proposition. And Enagic Malaysia has given me a special announcement that I would like to share with everybody. So Enagic Malaysia, special promo, today only. Not 2 days only. Today only. Get your emGuarde today from Enagic. We have requested them to maybe stay a little bit later for today because every Saturday they close at 6. And when you get your emGuarde today, you stand a chance to enter a lucky draw contest to stand a chance to win a free radiation detector. What is the radiation detector? This one. Anybody know what is the price of this? 1,200 ringgit. Now, those of you who buy today, alright, you will enter a contest. And that contest, buy and register and pay today. You enter a contest, and in that contest, you can win a radiation detector. Enagic has thrown in 5 of these radiation detectors to be won as lucky draw. So I don't know how many will be buying emGuarde today. If there's only 10 people buying it, you have a high chance of getting it. Am I right? If it's 20 people, 30 people, so let's see who buys first. Okay? So this is something Enagic Malaysia is doing. You can get your emGuarde later at the office and stand a chance to win this. Who wants to get a radiation detector? Who here, you have already set up your mind, you want to buy emGuarde already, by show of hands. So why not buy today? Yeah, stand, you can get a lucky draw. Know what? Singapore, too bad lah. Yeah, right? Find a Malaysian friend and ask him to buy lah. Okay, so this is it from us. After today's event, Enagic Malaysia will still be open. please make your way there and get your emGuarde and tell them about the lucky draw. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen.